Hey everybody, I'm Meg from LovenStamps and you're watching Maker Mornings with Meg. It is the second day of the new Stampin' Up! Book and I am really excited to show you some things from it. So I have picked the stamp set that I want to feature for the month of May. So I'm going to do 4 projects with this one and they will be the LovenStamps Monthly Tutorials. So you guys know how that works right now, right? You can get the PDF, you can get the card kits, so forth. So today is one of the card kits for that. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, check the video description. The details are all there. So we are featuring the Adventurous Sky stamp set because I love the images in it. The artwork is absolutely beautiful. There are puns in the greetings and you know I'm a sucker for those. And the designer series paper to coordinate is just fabulous. So the colors, everything about it. You can use this card or this stamp set for birthdays, for there's a Father's Day greeting in it. You're the best, flying by to say hi, lift me up, inspirational to my friend. Really, it's pretty much all purpose. There are dies to go with it. These are the Adventurous Sky dies. And let me show you the papers. So they are one of the new 12 by 12 papers and they come in all of these colors: Mossy Meadow, Boho Blue, Copper Clay. They're absolutely, well, here's the back sides first. I don't know if there's really a front and a back, but that's the back sides. I love this map paper especially. And then the front sides are these, including this one here with some tags across the bottom and really cool card panels at the top, and these fun prints and patterns. So lots of good, oh, there's another map. I really love maps too, if you guys don't know that about me. But lots of good possibilities for this. And the other thing that I wanted to mention to you, here is the whole suite as it appears. Yes, you finally show pictures of the inside of the book. The suite or the designer series paper also is included in the LovenStamps designer series paper share. So more about that as we go along. Are you guys ready to see some card? Okay, this is a fun fold card that is really reproducible and one you will want to apply to lots of different stamp sets, not just this one for sure. So first of all, since we have a brand new stamp set, I'm going to remind you just a little bit of detail. This is 'tis the season to get new stamps, right? So I've already done a bunch of these, but 'tis a reminder that when you get this paper here for your red rubber stamps, you're going to go ahead and find that peel spot and you're going to peel off the backings for this paper. Okay, so now we have a sticker piece exposed. Try and keep your fingers off of it. And you want to then just pop out the stamp from the die cut rubber and peel the backing label off of here. So now I have that nice shiny bit exposed, and that is going to get popped down here on my stamp sticker. Okay, when I get it straight, don't bend it, just lay it down flat. Now, when I do this, I have the leftover rubber. You could use this for shaker card or something like that if you wanted to. I don't generally save my leftover rubber, but what I do, because I don't want to lose any pieces of my stamp set, is I peel the backing off. Okay, this part I'm just gonna go ahead and toss. You could save it if you have a reason, but now I have it shiny side up. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to flex my stamp case, see how that works, and I'm going to slide this behind. So now, when I have my stamp case, I have a spot, every stamp in its place, and then I know when I go to close my stamps that I do not have any stuck to the underside of my soda can or some sad place that they're going to disappear. So every spot has its own perfectly placed shaped piece. There we go. So then I'm ready to go. Now, sometimes you might have reason to want to use this cling sheet. If you have an older stamp that you're converting to cling or something like that, you can go ahead and you can save this, because this basically is in here a piece of double stick cling, or not double stick cling, but sticky cling. So on the one side, like this side is going to be the cling material. And on the other side is going to be the sticky that would go onto foam. So you might have a reason to save this, but I get plenty of it, so I just go ahead and toss them. The other reason sometimes that you might want to save this is if you want to peel off this, like, oh, don't need the cling stuff, that goes in the garbage. But this is a really nice sheet of like transfer paper, basically. So if you didn't want to get your silicone mat messy for something, this is kind of a fun, handy thing to keep here. So there mine go, all in the garbage. But now I know that I have 4 stamps out of my set at the moment, so I'm not gonna put it away and lose any of those, okay? So hope that that is a tip. Now, I should fess up too, I'm not actually here with you guys live this morning. This is a pre-recording, but I do want to watch along with you. So make sure you're commenting and saying that you're here and so forth, so that I can say hi back. So, all right, and I'm excited to hear what you guys think about this stamp set. All right, so I have a half sheet of basic gray cardstock. I've scored it at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. Fold that in half and fold the front back. So we have a Z fold that is going to be the basis of our card here. So this is a reverse panel fold card, but the start of it looks just like a Z fold, okay? So now I have a piece of the designer series paper, the Pretty Cloud, and this is one of those cards where the paper shows on both sides for this portion. So I love that the paper is beautiful and directional in the same way. And on the front, I'm just gonna go ahead and pop this on. This piece is 3 by 5 1/4. Remember, the cutting directions and details are all listed in the tutorials that you get when you place any size order in my online store. And with a new catalog, that is not going to be hard. They're also free. I send the tutorials to my LovenStamphulls demonstrator team every month. And so if you are taking advantage of that new demonstrator special because you can't wait for all of the in colors and you would like to get them for free, then you will also be getting this tutorial set this month. So, all right, so we're going to go ahead and do that. The next thing I'm going to do is we're kind of working from the inside out on our card. I have a piece of Night of Navy cardstock. This one is 6 1/2 by 4 1/4. I'm just going to fold that in half. I've scored it at 3 1/4. And we're going to stamp here on the inside of our card. And one of the images included here is this fun rivet image. I'm a big fan of this one right here. And I love that Stampin' Up! Does a good job of putting like sort of extra elements in our sets. I'm gonna stamp it twice, not quite together, but with a little sort of a nudge in the middle, so it doesn't matter if I don't line them up. I love that Stampin' Up! Puts accessory images into the stamp sets so that there's always like little extra backgroundy things, that the font on the greetings is always matching. All kinds of great like coordination things that make our lives easier. All right, so, and you'll notice that I'm stamping in basic gray, which is the same as our card base. Okay, now this piece here is going to fold like this. This is part of our reverse panel. And I'll show you a tip for attaching this here in a minute or two. So the piece that's gonna come on the front here is another piece from the designer series paper. I got the piece of the tags on there, that's fine. I really like the map. And I'm gonna go ahead and attach this to the front of our card. Now, if you're thinking like, wait, isn't that backwards? It does feel that way because this is a reverse panel fold card. All right, but I promise it will come out the right direction. Sometimes I do mess it up actually, but this one I'm sure is right. So hang in there, we're all in it together. All right. So as you notice, I've used a couple different designer series papers here. If you like the idea of getting all of the designer series papers in the catalog, remind me to show you the LovenStamps designer series paper share. This is only half of it. Actually, let me move that out of the way. This is only half of it because we didn't have access until the other papers in the catalog until the catalog went live. But the papers in here, there are 91 6x6 papers. There are 91 papers, designer series papers in the new book, okay, all together. And this one happens to be one of the 6x6 packs. Some of them are 12x12 packs. But in the paper share, you're going to get 6x6 pieces of all of the papers in the catalog, all 91 of them. But the best part of it is that you will be getting a card base, a ready to stamp card base for every one of those papers. So the most common comment I get from people about the designer series paper is that they have designer series paper at home. Raise your hand if you have designer series paper at home that you haven't used. Hi, that's me too. So the reason that this share is so wonderful is that it comes with the ready to stamp card bases for every piece of paper. So when you sit down to make a card, if this is the one you want to use, all you have to do is kind of flip through, find the paper that you want, take this card base, fold it in half, trim down your designer series paper, and go ahead and make a card, okay? You trim it this way, trim it that way, whatever you like. But it's so much easier to use your papers when the cardstock that you need, the coordinating exact color, is already included in the same package. So that is part of the service that I provide as part of the LovenStamps designer series paper share. So there's one of the papers. I can't remember the names of them all yet. This one's called like Country Wood or something like that. Here's the wood grain on these. I am in love with this one. Wait for the backs of these. Here's the backs. Ta-da! I love this paper and this paper especially. If I could get a whole pack of those. And then of course the coordinating cardstock, which features all the colors that you would want to go along here with these. Okay, see how that works? All right, so I'm not going to show you every one of the rest of these, but all 91 papers would be a lot. This one is a Blooms paper. This one features the new in colors, gorgeous paper there, and then of course the cardstock to match it. And this one is the Country Lace paper, also very pretty. This one is the Take to the Sky paper, which I am showing you today. And then of course you also get the new in colors here. So this is like a mini sampler pack. If you sign up to be a demonstrator with me during the month of May, you're gonna get the huge package. It's $82 worth of extra product in the in colors. So do not miss that. The details are in the video description. All right, back to our card here. We're gonna do our next step, which is to do some stamping. So remember that you do not have to stamp, oh, my stamp's already mounted. You do not have to stamp always on white cardstock. You can stamp on colored cardstock, all right? So this is Smoky Slate, a nice light gray. Okay, I am gonna stamp the cloud on white cardstock. So we have that. And we're gonna stamp our greeting here. And our greeting is gonna be, "You're the best, plain and simple." Ha 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 ha. All right, I'm gonna show you a trick about trimming that. Okay, so we have our piece here. We have our die here to go ahead and die cut this. And I love to just use a little tad bit of washi tape to hold that in place. And through the magic of television, we have our die cut airplane. Okay, I just think that this image is so sharp. I love the look of it. So our plane is going to go on here. Let's go ahead and pop a Stampin' Dimensional behind. There is not a ton, you don't need a ton of Stampin' Dimensionals. There is a trick about placement though. When you're making this kind of card, you cannot put anything past this edge because when you open the card, it will get popped off because it has to sit against this layer here like this, okay? Instead, you will need to go ahead and you can do anything you want on the left side of the panel, just not the right side. And let's go ahead and die cut this baby. So since this is one of the card kits that you will get if your order with me is over $50 this month, then you will get all of the pieces pre-die cut for this, okay? So die cut through the magic of television. Here are our clouds. So you will need your own stamps to be able to put it together if you want to do it exactly as I've done it. Or a lot of times you can use the papers and stuff to go ahead and do something a little bit different with stamps that you have on hand. So don't worry about that too much. All right. Now you'll notice that I put glue only on this side right here. I do not want to glue our whole card shut, so I did not put any glue out here. And then we're going to do our strip here. Now I promised to show you a trimming tip. The Stampin' trimmer that we carry is absolutely fabulous for this. And I am going to go ahead and pop it in here because you can see through. So the ruler is clear. It has lines that let you get things straight. and it cuts very cleanly even on very narrow margins. So see how we have our greeting there? I want to take actually just a tiny bit off the bottom. I feel like I can make it a little bit narrower and cover up a little less of our paper. So I'm going to go ahead and slide that in, and look at this little like hairline piece here that I trimmed off the edge. So now it's exactly the size that I want, and I have a really great straight trim. Part of the secret of that is that this is very much a locking mechanism. So when you put this down, it really holds that cardstock in place. So you don't have to worry about it shifting as you're cutting. All right. Okay, now let's go back. I'm going to add a little banner tail to this, and we're going to go ahead and pop this on. Now, I think I'm going to trim a little bit from the right side. I don't want it to be quite so long, and then I'm going to pop another Stampin' Dimensional on here. Now, like I said, you can go all the way up to the right edge of the card. You just can't go past it. So I'm going to go all the way to the right edge here with our little flag. So there we go. And we're going to pop this into our card. Now here's the part about adhering, and we have a bling to add to this. What you want to do for this is think about your placement. You do not want to have your card be, you first of all, you can't put it so far over that you can't close this. But you also probably don't want your card right in the middle. So here's what it would look like right in the middle. I feel like it's really unbalanced, right? It's too far over to this side. What I much prefer is moving this way over here so that it very much crowds the right side of the card, and make sure it's straight. There we go. So you see how this border on the right side is narrower, okay, than it is on the left side. It balances this piece of cardstock here by kind of having each one of those focal points run on one of our rule of third lines, okay, a third and a third. So that kind of balances our visual card. Now, you guys ready for Fabulous Bling? Fabulous Bling that is in this suite is, okay, where is my Fabulous Bling? This is always a tricky deal, right? Gosh, where are things? I feel like I hear it. It's a shaky kind of bling. It's kind of on the cool and heavy side. Where? Aha, here it is. Okay, so here it is. Ready for these? They are kind of fabulous and massive. And they are called Industrial Trinkets. And here's what they look like. They're actually not massive, but they are really fun. So they have this surface on the back. And can you guys see that? They're a little bit textured on the back side. I'm pretty sure that this is here to allow glue to adhere to this surface pretty cleanly, but you could use them either way. They are a little bit rounded on this side. There, can you see a little bit better from there? Okay, see how they look like cool rivet heads? So the nice thing about these is, well, I mean, okay, I'm gonna call it a plus. They're not self-adhesive, so it gives you the chance to kind of like play with them and figure out like where do you really like them to be? Where would you want to place them? Like, do you want to use them like rhinestones here where you just sort of stick them wherever? Or would you want to pop them on your card as like industrial things, like you've glued this down? I'm kind of a fan of this actually. So this now looks to me like they're riveted on the corners. And let's see, I bet that, no, it's not gonna hold it. They're gonna fling when I step aside to get my mini glue dots. I'm gonna go ahead and use mini glue dots to attach these. Now, the other thing that I wanted to tell you is these trinkets are part of the embellishment, the best value embellishment add-on for the Designer Series Paper Share. So you get, I can't remember now, 6 or 7 different half packages of embellishments, including these trinkets, if you want to add the add-on to your share. And then you get a bonus with that if you do the best value add-on. And that is going to be for the glimmer paper. And I'll show you the glimmer paper sampler too here in a second. Okay, I'm a huge fan of these trinkets. Oh my gosh, they just really kind of make it. All right, so here is the, if you do the embellishment add-on, again, the link's in the video description. These are the glimmer papers, and you get this as a super fabulous sampler. So a 6x6 of each of those new in colors. All right, here is our finished card with these rivets on the corners. You're the best, plain and simple. And then our clouds, our airplanes, and our place in the center for our decoration. So you can open the card this way if you want to, but it is a Z fold, so you can open it to have all these panels and everything showing at once. Now, one of the great things about this, we did a triple fold card in the old catalog a couple episodes ago, is that you can have triple greetings on this. So if you were using this stamp set and you wanted to say, flying by to say, or to my friend, flying by to say hi, happy birthday, then you could do to my friend, flying by to say hi, and happy birthday on the inside. Or to my friend, you're the best, plain and simple, you always lift me up. Or you're the best, plain and simple, you always lift me up, something in the middle. Anyway, there's lots of good combinations of that you can mix and match for. But I hope that you guys are as excited about this new Adventurous Sky stamp set and the To the Sky suite with these super fab, amazing trinkets and coordinating papers and so forth. Oh, I just realized that my cloud is too far to the side. Well, you could trim that. You could just cut it there, or you could move it or something like that. Anyway, I hope that you guys have enjoyed today's video tutorial and this episode of Maker Mornings with Meg. The reverse panel fold card is always a great one to add to lots of different stamp sets and so forth. Hope you can put it to good work, especially if you have a couple designer series papers to apply. Like if you participated in, I don't know, a designer series paper share. Anyway, make sure you grab your spot, fill out that survey to request your invoice if you haven't yet. I don't want you guys to miss out. And I will be back next week for another Maker Mornings with Meg episode. So looking forward to seeing you guys when I am actually back in my studio and we are all live together. But like I said, in the meantime, I'm keeping an eye on comments and saying hi from outside my studio. And I appreciate you guys jumping in to watch our video together. So happy stamping, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Oh, it is Thursday, so happy pre-Friday to you.